Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. In this one, I'd like to take a look at some new Regigigas decks from a set Prismatic Evolutions. So of course, it is worth highlighting that Regigigas by itself isn't enough for a deck, sadly. So it's not strictly the main attacker in any of these lists, but it's a decent buff card for sure, because the attack dual break for a whopping 4 colors does do 100 damage, which, not a lot. But if your opponent's active Pokemon happens to be a Terra Pokemon, then this attack does 230 more. So you basically just one-shot Charizard and Dragapult. That's the main reason why you play this. You can also one-shot the likes of Terrapagos, which is really cool, so that's nice. But, Terrapagos is fairly easy to want to kill in this day and age. It's mainly here for, Charizard and Dragapult, really. Just, big, beefy, tanky Terra-type Pokemon. So yeah, Regigigas, ladies and gentlemen. So the first list that we can take a look at here is actually the only list in this video not to feature... Oh wait, it does, never mind. I was going to say this is the only list in this video to not feature Iron Hands, but nope, it does as well. But yeah, interesting because Iron Hands mainly capitalizes on, finishing Pokemon off for an extra prize card, but Regigigas one-shots things really, so it's a bit of an interesting synergy, but yeah, basically just gives you another option as well. But yeah, Lugia, sadly, by the way, if you're a new player, you've just started the Pokemon TCG, just as an FYI, Lugia V-Star is supposed to rotate, actually. So, we might lose Lugia to rotation soon. I say we might lose it soon. I'm not sure if they'll, delay the rotation. I can't imagine them delaying it, but, they have moved it from, April to the summer. I think they did it once. It was really weird, but yeah, anyway, a very convoluted way of saying if you're new to the game, Lugia V-Star is not a good long-term investment, basically. It's going to rotate soonish. But yeah, still a very good deck for now, and especially on TSG Live, it's very affordable. But, Lugia V-Star, very cool deck. Since, it's a one-hit kill machine, it's very cool. Honestly, I haven't played too much of Lugia V-Star. I think I've played 3 games grand total. So, I can't actually tell you if this is a great list coming from any sort of, Lugia experience. But it is a pretty cool one. I'll be able to tell you what cards they are in the list, by the way, if you don't know any of the energy. But aside from that, it's a very cool list overall. I would say Capturing Aroma is definitely what you need. Jock is also really cool just because no one plays them in any other deck. It's a bit sad, really. Also, Klefki's kind of funny. Monkey Door is interesting as well, actually. I suppose Luminous counts as your dark energy. You could also use Legacy Energy if you really wanted to. That seems a bit of a waste. But yeah, interesting list overall. We'll have to give Lugia a whirl before rotation. Also, by the way, how you actually play Regigigas in this list, I should probably explain it for the sake of, content creation and all the rest of it. But yeah, Archeops or Archeops accelerates 2 special energy from the deck to one of your Pokemon. So you basically just accelerate all this colorless energy to Regigigas, and that's how you power it up. But yeah, the second list is also Lugia, but it's also just a way more streamlined version of the previous one. So as you can see with this one, you're running things like Klefki, Monkey Dory. This list kind of cuts down on that. Admittedly, you're still running things like the Wellspring Ogerpon for some nice snipe moves, but aside from that, still fairly different. Got Thornton in here, which is nice. Messagoza Stadium, which is, flip a coin of heads, search your deck for a Pokemon. I mean, it's not really a card that I adore. It's more of a GLC piece in my eyes, just because it's so flippant and it can definitely help your opponent out. And, you might just sit there and flip tails for days. But it can be good, for finding Archeops to then discard with Ultra Ball. So that's cool and nice to see. But yeah, once again, Legacy Energy is the A-spec of choice for things like Iron Hands and Wellspring Ogerpon. So that's cool. But yeah, aside from that, nothing too crazy. And honestly, not that much different from the first list. Also, I guess running Rescue Stretcher. Night Stretcher. That's the one. Always getting them muddled up. But yeah, Night Stretcher, interesting choice. But yeah, overall a fairly solid Lugia list by the looks of things. Then we have a Chein Pao list. Another one that is sort of not lost to rotation, but certainly mauled a bit by rotation. Because, we lose Kyogre, you lose Radiant Greninja, lose Irida, which is a big one. Lose Switch Cart as well, so there's not going to be any healing the small damage. Also, the Hops deck might take off in a big way, Zacian might end up being really good. So that's a bit scary. So Chein Pao might be in a rough spot post-rotation, but, by the time we get to rotation, we will have, a full new set of cards from Journey Together. We'll also have, all other set reveals as well, hopefully, to take a look at. So, you know, it'll be a long time before we can really rule out Chein Pao as a good deck post-rotation. But interesting enough, this list is also playing Iron Hands, which is nice. So yeah, I got Iron Hands for some extra prize options, which is cool. I think honestly, Kilowattral might not be the worst option for a Chein Pao deck post-rotation. Just because Kilowattral says once in your turn, you can discard a lightning energy from your hand and draw until you have 6 cards in hand. So it could replace Bibarel because Bibarel also rotates. So, you know, you don't have much draw power. Bibarel goes, Radiant Greninja goes, you know, could be good. Arita kind of gets swapped out for Arvin, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting deck post rotation. But until rotation in April, of course, we still at least have, you know, this version of Chein Pao, which should be a lot of fun. I honestly haven't like played Chein Pao in a while as well. It's another one of those decks that I played a lot of at launch and then like never really touched it again because I made myself sick of the deck. But yeah, I could probably go back to Chein Pao when this set drops and just, you know, play some more games with it. Maybe this list actually, it looks pretty solid. Yeah, pretty cool list overall. Honestly, not too expensive either, especially if you bought like the Chein Pao League Battle deck, I think it was. That gives you like 2 Chein Pao and 2 Excalibur. So yeah, seems pretty cool. And then we have another Chein Pao list, pretty much the same thing, except it's maxing out a Budew count of 2. Also playing 2 Bidoof and 2 Bibarel. Budew, of course, is the one that item locks your opponent and also does 10 damage for no energy, which is quite nice. Just gives you a wee bit more time and takes off some pressure of having to like set up a Excalibur by turn 2, which is, you know, it's not like the hardest thing to do with Irida and things like Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, and of course Chein Pao finds your energy. But, you know, aside from that, having Budew is a nice pivot option as well. So, yeah, slows the game down a bit, maybe fixes some math potentially, I guess. Honestly, not sure actually if Budew fixes any math, but it's here as a nice option. Also running Iron Hands, of course, that's the key one in this video. Iron Hands, Regigigas, everyone, that seems to be the combo. But yeah, I know it's not because Regigigas one-shots everything that it wants to attack. But, you know, Iron Hands, still a very cool option. Hoover up some of those lower HP Pokemon. But yeah, again, Chein Pao might struggle a bit post-rotation with the likes of Zacian if that takes off in a big way, but we'll just have to see. Also, like, Duraludon's kind of a big deal right now, but like, the thing is with weakness to Duraludon, Duraludon would have already one-shotted you by doing 220, so it doesn't make too much of a difference, really. But yeah, this is the second Chein Pao list. But yeah, that's actually it. There's anything else of substance I could find that Regigigas could improve, so yeah, thank you for watching. A bit of a shorter video today, just like general rambling as well. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Is, you know, any of these decks, do they seem appealing to you? You know, we'll be cracking open Lugia and Chein Pao. But yeah, I'll leave you guys to it. It's been our power. And yeah, thank you for watching.